Testing 1, 2. Taurus rising. Thank you. Are you on? You on, Curtis? Wow. Again, the devil is busy, but that's all right. He will not take over what we're doing here. Again, I want to thank you all for tapping in to Believe Radio, which is a 24-hour inspirational and gospel music station, amongst others. The Cafe Le Bleu Lounge is where you will hear 15 to 45-minute segments called The Corner. The Corner has a blueprint that is unique of its own. So we always ask you to vibe out to our fireside chats and be inspired by affirmations and inspirational messages. On The Corner at the Cafe Le Bleu Lounge, you have the Artist Talk. We showcase musicians, poets, singers, dancers, film producers, authors, comedians, gospel and R&B rappers from around the Bay Area to across the globe. They share their creative process and lived experience. The other part of The Corner could be Why I Dream. We highlight and honor the inventions and creative work of today's brilliant minds, along with geniuses from our past. We are preserving African American and a culture in order to keep our legacy alive. The other part of The Corner could be She Who Believes Takes Off the Mask. This is where you will hear from individuals share their personal testimonies to what the Lord has done and is doing in their lives, which are inspirational messages. Also, we are highlighting Golden Lights affirmations to impart healing medicine in the soul of the brilliant minds today. The other part of the corner, not the Eyes of the Conscious Soul, every Saturday from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., we have the Medicine Hour with Mr. George Pearson, physician assistant. This is where we believe building a better tomorrow starts with us. Topics we cover: health issues, concerns, healthy eating habits, education, financing, and politics in the African American community. We believe taking care of our temple, mind, and spirit is essential to mental wellness, healthy eating habits, and knowing that healthy thinking leads to a healthy way of living. Every third Saturday of the month, education is the best medicine with the founder, Mr. George Pearson, physician assistant. Education is the Best Medicine is a 501c3 nonprofit charitable organization, which is a community-based, health educational advocacy-based, and a resource-based organization that uses public media resources, radio, newspapers, and church community health fairs to provide information and education. What he believes is, we believe vision is the art of seeing things yet unseen and bringing dark to a very dark world. The other part of the Eyes of the Conscious Soul, every fourth Saturday, is the Lights Out Straight Talk Youth and Young Adult Radio Show with my host, The Voice, the Doc, and the Voice, the Prince of Hearts. Wow, a tongue twister. But with that, we talk about real talk conversations with individuals, organizations, leaders, and business owners from the Bay Area to across the globe that talk about the different things that's happening with them in their community. Every fifth Saturday of the month is called Voices That Care, and we uplift reentry and mental wellness. Wow. A mouthful, but we got to pay the bills. So we got to make sure we share all the information. To me, I'm so grateful in the absence of my co-host, Mr. Rose. We give you love and we appreciate you, brother. Get well. But he is my co-host. But today, again, I am so grateful to have the Homies Empowerment Freedom School with me today. I have some young folks in honor of Black History Month. We want to say that our voices matter. This is what matters to us. And I have some outstanding poets, singers, art educators. So we're so grateful and thankful. You can go on your Instagram Live if you want to right now. But we want to thank you all for tuning in to Believe Radio, which is the Eyes of the Conscious Soul, highlighting today is Our Voices Matter. So today in the studio, I have with me one of the young folks from the Freedom School, which I am so grateful and thankful to have in my presence. With me is Mr. Nathaniel, and say your first and last name again.
My name is Nathan Tovar Montano.
Yeah, hey.
I'm a student of TFS, the Freedom School.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, man. Christopher Escalante, man. Coming from the Shady Eddies. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Freedom School, man. Finest student. I'm ready to do this.
All right.
My name is Tracy Williams, and I'm the founding arts teacher at the Freedom School.
Wow. Well, you know, again, I want to thank you all for coming in here and being in our presence. And I know that we're doing the work that we was called to do. And our ancestors are proud of us. And as I share with the young folks all the time and people that I invite into the studio, that my platform is your platform and is my responsibility. And I must make sure that your voices are heard and that your dreams come true as much as we can be a part of this journey in your lives. So I'm grateful and thankful. And Miss B has been hired as a teacher on special assignment at the Freedom School. Dr. Cesar, Dr. Jazzy, we have Maggie, did I say it right? Yeah, Maggie and Ruby and Jay and Frankie. We just want to say we love y'all, and Renee, and shout out to Adora. What's our other teachers? Shout them out.
Karen.
Okay, shout them out.
You already got Renee, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Malia.
Rodney, and Omar. Is Omar still in the midst? Yes. So we want to say shout out to the Homies Empowerment family, but we do know, and he said Malia. Yes. Thank you. See, brilliant minds think alike. We all are tapping into each other and making sure that we got this.
And Mama Liz.
And Mama Liz. Okay, we can't forget nobody.
We got my dad too, Frankie.
Yeah, I said Frankie. You know what I'm saying, Frankie? But we brought Frankie on up in this thing. So we just again want to say we're here to make sure that our young folks get to shine, you know, because they are our future. And Miss Howard said yesterday, you guys gave me the opportunity to do a workshop on why does Black history, what does it mean to me, and why is it important to celebrate it?
Yeah.
And what did I say? It's in my what?
DNA.
It's in my DNA. So I can't help myself. And you know what? Our ancestors are so grateful. You know, I'm standing on their shoulders. I'm standing on their backs, and you guys are too. So they are proud of what we're doing. But I do want to say, we got to give some shout outs and love to the family. We cannot do anything by ourselves. And I want you to uplift your family and say, give their names and give a shout out to them.
Like my whole family, like siblings.
What? Yeah, siblings and everything. Who in the household? Look.
I got like, okay, it's gonna be like, oh, okay.
That's all right.
First off, I want to thank my grandma.
Yeah.
Start off my grandma, Edith, and then my great grandma. That thankfully she's still alive today.
Okay.
Elizabeth. Who else? My grandma's husband, Fernando. My grandpa.
All right.
Who else? My tia Kika. Love her very much. Much as sometimes she be hating on me.
She ain't hating. She giving you some wisdom.
And then she's a lot. My grandpa's son, Angel. Okay, now my my mom and dad, Frankie, work with the Homies Empowerment. My sibling, my older sister Natalie, my younger brother Romeo. She's a lot. What are their names, man? I'm ready.
Then we get nervous, like they be like, "You better make sure you say my name."
All right. Oh yeah, Viviana, my little sister Jamie, my other sister, my brother Ray, my brother Angelo, and I think I'm done. Hopefully, forget everybody.
Okay.
Good.
Much love to them. Go ahead, Chris.
Yo,
give a shout out to the family.
Man, listen.
Listen,
Listen. I'm gonna start off like this, man. I want to thank my Ma Dukes, you know what I'm saying, my mama, my pops, you know what I'm saying, all my aunties, all my siblings, other or younger, cousins, man, everybody in the community, Oakland, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, like everybody that I know, you know who you are. I'm shouting
That's
all
right.
y'all out. I ain't got a name, but they know who they is.
Miss Tracy.
I'd like to shout out the Freedom School, all the
Mm.
staff and all the students. Just sending lots of love and light to y'all. And also to everybody who's on live right now and
Yeah.
participating.
Yes. Say send it out to the family and friends. Tell them to tap on in with us today. So with that, we this week went to where do we go? We went to the African American museum. So we had to do and shout out to the African American Museum. On Friday, we're going to the African American Museum in San Francisco, and then we're going to see Bob Marley movie. So the Freedom School always uplift whomever culture is that month or whatever we may be. It could, because we know that everybody's culture matters. So we're so thankful to have them making sure that we're educated, well-rounded. So with that, so what did you learn at the African American school?
I learned about
At the museum.
I learned about all the amazing people that like sacrifice your life for a better life, better community. And I think the one that interests me most was her name, T.J. Robinson, I think.
Yes, that was my mentor.
She like it was like a gingerbread house food restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the thing that got me most interested, mostly because I like food.
And share a little bit about what the Scavenging Heart said. Hunt said about her.
It says T.J. Robinson was an African American woman entrepreneur who opened a restaurant called Gingerbread House in Oakland, where many people would come eat her world famous food.
Yes, she was from Nolans. So we're so grateful and thankful that we highlighted. What about yourself, Chris? You can use that paper. Who did you who stood out to you?
I didn't go.
That's right,
No, you good. I read off the paper. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me get this thing right. Hold on. Right here. Let me see. I was an African American woman, but California famous food. Man.
So here was the answers right there.
Yes.
To the images, and then there's the description.
Do I gotta pick one? They all amazing.
Well, they just pick whoever jumps out to you.
I'll probably go with the first one.
Okay, go ahead. What is that?
It says I was an African American woman entrepreneur who opened a restaurant called the Gingerbread House in Oakland, California, where many people will come to eat my world famous food. Yep, that's man. You want to hear a lot of that in the community.
And that was actually her mentor.
And that was my mentor. So Miss TJ, she poured into me, and I'm so grateful and thankful. And then you know what I love about what people will do for you is just, even if you're if they don't say much, their presence and them telling you to make sure that you walk in your purpose and that you can feel the love from them and what's important. And so we're hoping at the Freedom School that we're doing that for you all too, is that you feel our love. And I know that your teachers love you. And you
definitely
go ahead, and you guys are scholars there. We call warriors. What's the other ones? Give me hustlers. What?
Man, we all hood scholars. I know that.
Hood scholars for sure. And Mr. Rose shot it out. And what was the other one? Hustlers, hood scholars, warriors, and it was one more. Start with an H.
Yeah, what is
Healer.
There you go, man.
So that's what we do at the Freedom School. We are highlighting and making sure that that's what we are representing. That's who we represent all day long, every day, all day. So you know what? One that stood out to me was the gentleman. He was, it said, did you know that California has had a governor who was part African American? I was the last Mexican and part African American governor in California, under California Mexican rule. And his name was what? Pico, what is it? Pico, Pico?
Pio
Puco. Okay, Pio Puco. Yes. So to be able to make sure that their presence is here with us today, and that's what I'm saying. They sitting here with us, And we got to make sure that every day that we walk out our doors, knowing that our ancestors are walking with us. And the reason why I'm saying to that for you guys, because y'all are poets. You guys are our griots, our griots. And people will say, well, it's Black history. Why do we have other nationalities on here? What are we learning to making sure that we're what? Diverse. Come on now. Let's go.
Word, man.
Come on. Let's go. So it is important that we know that every person's culture counts, but African American. Oh, what did you learn yesterday? What did I bring into the class about those inventions? You learned yesterday.
They stealing everything. They stealing everything from the every race besides them.
Yes.
They saying that they made everything, but
they didn't. So you guys was able to find the patents. Well, I didn't have the patents, but it had the year that those inventions was made and the person's name and what they invented. Yeah. So you learned that yesterday. So I'm so grateful and thankful that I was able to share that information with you. So tell me a little bit about yourself. I know we got entrepreneurs in the house. We got spoken word artists. What are some of the things that you're doing right now, Nick?
Right now, I restarted my business that I made for like 10 Time Motors Candy Plug. And actually,
say that again.
Time Motors Candy Plug. And after that, it's like under that, I got another brand called Hustler 510.
Okay. Yes, Hustler 510.
Here we go.
Okay. Yes.
And also, I feel like I'm a spoken.
No, you put it there.
I feel like I'm a spoken out artist.
Okay.
I like to do poems, and I was really embarrassed doing poems at first because like people make fun of me and everything. But I think it was that's the Dr. Cruz, I guess what they call him.
Mm-hmm.
He was the one that told me the other day. He was like, you know what, you should share your poems. They may be really inspirational. And that's what I want to do. I want to try to make an impact in the community while I'm still alive. Because at first I thought
And how old are you?
I'm 14, turning 15.
Look at this. We getting this coming from a genius. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And usually I never really valued my life. And then, you know what? And I just kind of thought, you know, I'm not gonna be here on this earth for long. And if I am, I want to make impact community, help young people.
And why did you think that you weren't gonna be here? What's in our community? What's in our environment that made you feel that way?
Our environment is just a lot of like drugs, gang. We actually did a project at the film school with the like big problem. And I feel like I put prostitution, gang violence, and gun violence. But I think I was in the big headline, you know, like I'm so nervous.
It's okay. This is what we're supposed to do. We are here to help you. We're here to encourage you. And you know what? Mistakes are made. There's bumps in the road. But what do? We get back up and keep on pushing. So I'm gonna take this thing off because it's hitting up against my beads. But this is representing. Go ahead, keep talking, babe.
But also it's just like the power community, and like at some point, like during last year, I became like very depressed, and then I was like, you know what, my life is meaningless. What am I gonna do? Like, what can I do in a world this big? There's so many other people that can do better than me, look better than me, just better than me, you know. And then I was really thinking. I see Paul in our community. I had a friend that actually came to my house, and I guess I let him sit at my house for a couple of nights. And it's kids like him that made me feel like I could help other kids like that. He's in foster. He got a foster home. And his life is really tough, and that made me value my life more because like I look at this kid, his life is pretty bad, pretty messed up.
Yeah.
And I'm living like, which to him is like a better life.
See.
But I just want to help kids make a better life. I want to help kids with like mental issues too. And like also depressed because I feel like if they just see the light in someone that
it's okay. You're doing excellent. You're doing excellent.
At this point.
You're doing excellent. So you know, but for you to even you were able to compare, not in a bad way, but in a positive way, where you can get a different perspective. What was our word for the week? Openness. So you were able to have a different perspective of how somebody else is living and then appreciate yours. And so it gives you another, the way you move through this world is on a whole nother level. So you being an entrepreneur and the things that you say you want to do with the youth and with the young folks, that's amazing because a lot of people will see the problem, talk about it, and don't come up with a solution. But our Homies Empowerment Freedom School allows us and pushes us and motivates us to come up with solutions. So you get what I say all the time, pat yourself on the back. Give yourself some love because look, if you don't do it for yourself, who's gonna do it? So you gotta be making sure that you encourage yourself first. So thank you for answering. What about yourself, Chris?
Man, let me repeat my name one more time.
Hey,
Christopher Escalante. Everybody get it right, you know. And listen, I'm gonna say it like this. My background, you know, growing up Oakland, California, East Oakland, California to be exact. You know, the first house that I remember growing up in was 81st, you know what I'm saying? And just outside in the neighborhood, you'll see you know, what I thought growing up was regular, you know. As I got older, I realized like that's not some other kids in Berkeley or Hayward or in the hills is gonna see. So as a little kid walking to school or riding the bus, I'll see people, you know what I'm saying, the drug violence, you know what I'm saying, the gun violence. That's always been there. You know, like I said, growing up in that environment, you always gonna think that's okay or it's tolerable, you know what I'm saying? And it's not. And I feel like that's kind of the problem that most folks are seeing. But yeah, personally, me, I'm doing this music, man. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be the first time y'all see me, but it's definitely not gonna be the last. I promise you that. It's not gonna be the last. I'm doing this music, poet. What I feel like I'm starting to get more into the reading because I noticed that Tupac did that a lot. He was reading a lot, so I'm trying to get the little, you know, grammar up so I know what I'm talking about. So I know what I'm spitting. People know what I'm talking about. And yeah, all around, man, it's just this right here what we're doing. I love this. I love like spoken like stuff. Or on the ear, people are looking. I like that because I feel like you don't see a lot of kids our age doing something like this. I feel like they wouldn't even want to try to do it. So that we doing it, I feel like it's something big.
And why? Why do you think they wouldn't want to do it?
Because it could be many things. One, like nervousness, you know, stage fright. I don't know how to handle the pressure. Or two, maybe they think it's kind of like, man, we don't want to be talking about the subject they're talking about. Or man, like, we're young, we don't got to do nothing like that. But it's like, nah, you know, this is real stuff that we see growing up over here in the East Side up. So that's like,
come on. Lift it up. So with that, our environment, you know, when you are, it's easy to get caught. Let me just keep this real. It's easy to get caught up. So it's easy to get caught up. And most people look at our community and say, oh, they just full of drug dealers and hustlers and pimps and smoking dope and all that kind of stuff. So can you speak to, I commend you all for what the war zone that you got to walk through every day when you come into school, and or getting a ride to school, whatever the case may be. I commend you all, you know, because it takes a lot. Because you can just say, forget it, I'd rather go out there and do what we're doing. However, and a lot of us in our lives have done that. Miss B too. You know, hey, been there, done that. So I understand the importance, and I understand how easy it is to get caught up. So we've been talking about language in the school. We've been talking about how to be a friend and conversations and stuff like that. So what would we say to a young folks or to our adult audience that's listening to us today? What do they need to do for young folks? What should they do?
I'd probably say don't glorify the bad in the hood. I feel like that's what a lot of people do.
And say that again. Don't glorify the what?
The bad things in the hood.
And in the person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I feel like doing that, that's not only promoting some that's completely against what at least us in this space is about. And I promise you a lot of freedom school people is about. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of other people, they have not even that. Anybody in general that has a guardian, they have an influence on their kids out here. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like glorifying that it's showing these kids like, man, maybe I should grow up to be a drug dealer. Maybe I should grab this gun. I feel better with it. I feel like I'm a man with it. Like, and I feel like, and I seen the change as growing up, because I remember growing up it was more about, you know, we have a problem, let's fight it out, let's duke it out. And nowadays and age, man, you can't even say excuse me because you get blown out your shoes.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And I seen it firsthand, so it's like, I feel like glorifying that is nothing special about that. If anything, they need to be glorifying getting out of here or trying to make it better if you're gonna stay here.
Well, we thank you. And we thank God that you're here today.
Yeah.
And I know that both of y'all purpose, all of our purpose is we standing on it. We rocking in it.
Yeah.
And you were chosen for a cause. And the cause is this, to do the work that you guys are doing now in Freedom School, and how Freedom School can shape you and encourage you and guide you to making sure that our community in the world is better. So my hat goes off to you both. And I'm so proud of you. Miss Tracy, by listening to our students, what's coming your way and what you feeling hearing them talk?
You know, well, first off, yeah, they are brilliant.
Yes.
They are brilliant. They are intelligent, and they're going to change the world.
Yes.
And so the first thing that came to my mind was, well, first off, appreciation for them for even sharing their thoughts
Yes.
and feelings, especially on such a large scale.
Yes.
That takes bravery and that takes courage. And so I appreciate y'all and I applaud y'all for that. A couple thoughts that came to my mind was what can I as an adult ally do, or what we can do as adults is probably to work together with the youth. Give them opportunities where they can speak up, where they can exercise leadership skills. You know, it's granting them those opportunities where they can utilize that, where they can practice using their voice, whether that's through the arts, whether that's through poetry, you know, whether that's through song, anything, finding as many creative outlets as possible, because one outlet may not fit all students, all kids. And so it's just finding one and introducing as many creative outlets as possible.
Wow. That is outstanding. So what do you guys, when you hear your teacher share those type of words about you, how does it make you feel as a human being?
I feel like it makes me feel like she cares about my future. Because I feel like a lot of teachers nowadays and age, not even only that, but teachers out here more specifically, they kind of get paid and they just do their job, but they don't care whether you pass or don't pass. Or they just, I feel like a teacher that lets you do whatever they want, they don't really care about what you got going on. They'd rather let you fail. Not like, why bother? You think? So the fact that she's going out her way saying all of this and that we're here right now shows that both y'all here. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
I think it's the same with Chris. Also, I think Miss Tracy saying those words made me feel valued as a person, as a human. I never really hear people talk to me like her. Like every day I walk in class, she always says things like inspirational or just like to make me feel good. No, I never got really the, how I say, I guess the love or attention that Miss Tracy gives me. She makes me feel like, she makes me want to, she gives me a reason to want to live again.
Kudos to both of y'all. Yes, tears in the eyes. I know it. I mean, and sit in it. And this is what we need to do for each other as a race, as a people. We have to sit in encouraging and that's our responsibility. Like Maggie said yesterday, and I believe this wholeheartedly. When I get up out of here, I can't take my car. I can't take my money. I can't take none of these things that the rat race that we're in. If we're thankful, I ain't saying I'm not grateful. I'm so honored and thank God that he still had me alive to be on this earth, to do the things that he's called me to do. I'm so grateful to that. But to keeping it real and staying focused is like, those things are going to be, but you can't take it in your grave with you. None of it is going to go. So how do I treat you as an individual, especially young folks who are shaping in their minds? And this is your opinion, how you feel and what your life's experience about what you do in different schools and settings. So I can't say, oh, no, that ain't right. How am I going to tell you about what your experiences have been in your life? This is why I tell people, Good, bad, ugly, challenging, your story counts. And that is what Miss Howard's responsibility is. And that's what I take into accountability for me. It is my responsibility and duty is to share people's stories, because we need to hear the real. We don't need this fake and phony stuff. We people dying in the streets. You know, people are heartbroken. We got trauma going on. There's a lot in our community. So how do we keep it real and making sure that we're around like-minded people that's going to make a difference in our community? I had said to Dr. Cesar, to our whole group and family, that Miss Howard is getting ready to turn 60 June the 21st. I have more days behind me than I do ahead of me. So I'm not trying to be anywhere that I'm not needed or doing what I'm supposed to be doing for God in my role. You know, everybody I like to stay in my lane. I'm learning that. You know, we can all be, it ain't no competition out here. I don't believe in competition. I believe in collaboration. How do we collaborate? Like you said earlier, how do we get together? We bring our tools, we bring our resources, we see a solution, we see a problem, and we make it work. I'm not here to just be wasting time. I wasted enough time in my life. But I thank God he gave me second chances, chances. And that's the other thing. If you fall down and you make a mistake, then you can ask for forgiveness. And we talked about forgiveness yesterday. How do we talk about forgiveness? How we, walk into a season of just owning our parts, and how do we just come out of it and be a better person? So my hat is kudos to y'all. So I know y'all got some spoken word pieces for us for you to share. And then I do want to share, we at Chabot, come on, tell them a little bit about your class at Chabot Science. We got our kids going up to the Chabot. Go ahead, sister.
Yes. So we've got the Freedom School has their art class every Thursday at the Chabot Space Science Center. So we have a classroom there for our kids, and it's out there in the forest. And so the goal is to teach skills and teach classes that where they can learn artistic skills that rejuvenate money, but also making an impact in the community. Because at the end of the semester, the ultimate goal is to take those skills right back into the community. So every single week, they're going to learn different skills, and then at the end of the semester, we go right back to the community. So with the end of this semester, we are going to create a mural.
Yes,
and invite the community to it.
Right on. And then what was so dope in the class, I was there, it's like they were in their gear, and this is real stuff. This is like this is professional work is what they experiencing. It's not like this professional. And you guys had the, what is it called? The body,
the body suits
and
respirator mask.
Respirator. Right.
Yes, we don't do basic.
Say that again.
You know why? Sorry.
No. This is on.
Because you know why it is important.
We don't do. Say it again though. You said we don't do what?
We don't do basic.
We don't do basic.
Yes, these our young scholars, they deserve quality field experiences.
Come on.
And with that comes along quality like products as well. And so I believe in that. It's the experience, and I want them to experience a full rounded quality field experience. I want them to know that they are valued, that they are worth it. I don't want them to worry about how much it costs about it. I was like, oh no, Auntie's gonna find a way. Yeah. You don't worry about that. I was like, y'all are worth it. So yeah, it's just about quality field experiences. No excuses. Find a way. These kids deserve it.
That's right. And that's what we do at the Freedom School. Yep. Each one of our teachers, they give the love, they give the heart, they give the sweat, they give the tears, they give all of that, and when people love you. And what I love about y'all know when phony folks walk through the door, y'all can tell them a mile away. Y'all be like, I ain't with them. So it's a beautiful thing to keep that intuition, because that'll help you maneuver through life, and it'll help you in different the atmosphere and the environments that you in. Just to me, it's always been about, even if a person say to ask you to go do something that you can get caught or dead or whatever the case, it's like they don't love you. It's like, thank you very much, but no, I'm going to go to, and it's okay to go the other way. Like I want to call you, in my day, they used to call me like a like I was scared or whatever. It's like, no, I'm not scared. I just know what to do and what not to do. And at this moment where I am right now, I was in it, yeah. But now it's like, oh no, no. Thank you very much. I love y'all, do you? But no, we ain't doing that. And I even look back and say, oh my God, my Lord and my ancestors kept me for the stuff I was doing. I'm like, oh my God, you still alive, girl? Like, whoa, which you pulled something up. So this is you got it. I'm waiting for y'all ready.
I have my song.
You have. I want you to do the song.
Where's your song?
It's on my phone, of course. But like, I was wondering if I could play it.
I don't know if they're gonna be able to hear it. That's the only thing.
Mm.
I'm not quite sure if they. Well, you could. Let's try it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's the one that you did. Tell us a little bit about how you were creative to write this piece.
It was an assignment at first.
Okay. Who in which class?
And this was actually, I don't think this was a specific class.
Okay.
Dr. Cesar, our principal, he assigned us this project. He was like, listen, he put up like 15 different subjects on like Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, the Black Panthers was in there, Stanley Tookie Williams, you can name it. Like he put a lot of people on there. The Lynch rule, that I even added a little bit in there.
Oh man, we got this. You don't have it written or anything either?
Nah. If you want, I think.
If we can play it and they can hear it, then that's cool. I'll just try to put it to the mic and hopefully they can hear it. If not, what about that piece you said that you were writing on?
Oh, I got like 3 pieces.
You got your pieces? Well, let's go. I'm waiting for you. Let's introduce yourself again, and then you'll do your piece, and then we'll have a little bit more conversation, and then I'll have you do your, the other pieces. But as of right now, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in to Believe Radio, which is a 24-hour inspirational and gospel music station. The Eyes of the Conscious Soul brings to you every Saturday from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. The Cafe Le Bleu Lounge Artist Talk is on the first Saturday of the month. She Who Believes takes off the mask and Why I Dream. The second Saturday of the month is our medicine hour with Mr. George Pearson. The topics we cover: health issues and concerns, helping eating habits, education, financing, and politics in the African-American community. The third Saturday of the month is called Education is the Best Medicine. That's Mr. George Pearson. We talk about all things medicine. He talks, he's been practicing over 40 years now. So that's my my co-host, that's my partner in the work that we do with the Eyes of the Conscious Soul and many other things. And then we have the Lights Out Straight Talk Youth and Young Adult radio show. Excuse me, on every fourth Saturday of the month. And that is with my co-host, the Doc, the Voice, and the Prince of Hearts. And then every fifth Saturday of the month, which is a new show, is called Voices That Care. And that one is highlighting reentry and mental wellness. So we want to also thank our sponsors, and that's Elevate Gospel Ministries, Pastor Larry Austin, BH Brilliant Minds Project, Inc., nonprofit organization. And the BH means Begin Healing Brilliant Minds. People think that is my initials, and it's not my initials. It means Begin Healing Brilliant Minds. Our mission is to encourage brilliant minds to take control of their own destiny. And we do that through 3 components. And that's health and wellness, financial literacy, and self-empowerment and self-development. So we do those. And then we actually have projects that we do. And the projects that we do in starting off in February, we normally do a Black History celebration. In March, we do a event that honors Harriet Tubman's birthday, which is coming up. We're going to have an event at Joyce Gordon Gallery. That's Friday, March the 22nd. Please tap in go on our website and you can come to the event. We would love to have you. And then that's March. And then in June, we're the founders and the coordinators of the Oakland's Juneteenth. So we'll be going into our 17th year. You guys will be doing some work there. Y'all got the kids on, so y'all be doing the fashion show on stage, and y'all be doing all this kind of good stuff. So we definitely make sure that our community helps out, and we give you guys a staffing for being there because we appreciate the work that you guys do in our community. And then we have in September, which is going to be something new, we're doing a men's wellness conference. Event summit. So then we have in November, we do a women's inspiring women, and it's a Be Still retreat. Well, it's a women inspiring women spa day / Be Still retreat. HHREC, they are collaborating with us in the Black Women's Media. And then in December and on, Miss Howard tries to rest because we got so much more that at the beginning of the year that we do, and it's like, oh my God. And then we have Education is the Best Medicine is a sponsor. And then we have Barbara Howard Consulting Company is a sponsor. And again, you have tapped in and have tuned in to Believe Radio, which is a 24-hour inspirational and gospel music station. And you're on the Eyes of the Conscious Soul that comes to you every Saturday from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Today, we have you tuned in to the Cafe, the Blue Lounge, which is our artist talk, and it's the corner. And we showcase musicians, poets, singers, dancers, film producers, authors, comedians, gospel and R&B rappers from around the world to across the Bay. And they talk about and share their creativity and their work and their lived experience. But today on our show, we have the Homies Empowerment Freedom School that is here with us today. And we have some of our students, and we have our educator, our teacher, artist teacher with us today. And the theme for today is our voices that matter. Our voices matter. And we are highlighting, uplifting our youth because this is our responsibility and our duty. So take it away.
All right.
Introduce yourself again.
Hello, for those who didn't hear before, my name is Nathan Montano, and I am a student at CSS Freedom School.
Okay.
And today I'm going to be sharing one of 3 poems I have made.
Okay.
Let me just go over.
And before you get there, what was your creativity? What made you? What inspired you to write this particular one?
What inspired me is I don't know. I just really like writing.
Okay.
So I just write.
You was inspired to write.
Yes, right.
Go ahead.
No one really inspired me though. I think from a young age, I love writing. I love English.
Mm-hmm.
So I think from there, and actually the book, Tupac, Rose That Grew from Concrete is another inspiring book.
Mm-hmm.
There's another one, I just forgot what it's called. But I think that's the book kind of inspired me more to write the poems I'm sharing today.
Okay. Thank you.
So the one poem that I'm gonna share,
okay,
is called "I Am From." I don't know if
I am. Say it again.
I am from.
I am from.
I don't know if I said the other 2, but I could.
Yeah, you're gonna do this one, and then we're gonna go back to your next one.
All right. So this one's called "I Am From." I am from burnout blood, blunts, and cigarette butts, from cerveza and patron bottles, from the smell of weed and tobacco and alcohol and loud big parties, the kind where never called cops keeping those level down. I'm from a big and loud, dangerous city where after 12 everything goes sour. From police sirens every day and night like a never-ending high-pitched air horn. I am the dirt stain in the white t-shirt. I am a tulip in the field of roses. I am from the never-on-time family, the family always fighting anywhere and everywhere. I am from a Mexican family always saying calma de te calmo, that translates to calm down or calm you down, and don't ask for anything when you get inside. I am from a half-Christian and half-Catholic family who can't seem to get along like cats and dogs. I am from Salt Lake City, Utah, the home the tarantulas and wolves. And Sonora, Mexico, with the best tortilla de harina and tacos de lengua. And Guatemala with a beautiful colorful tradition. I am from a family member who got shot because people want what they can't have, taking someone who wasn't ready to go yet. I'm from a big family with secrets and unhealed trauma. Each house we move to always whispering our secrets. From a big city with things happening left and right. taking young souls that have not yet explored the world, like flowers who have not yet bloomed, taking them from loving families too early. I am from a world of darkness as dark as black burning coal from my father's grill. I am from cruel beings, from demons in disguise, can't tell who to trust and who to not. I am from a generation in which people sexualize anything, from immature kids who smoke, drink, and do more. I am from many kids. I am from many things, some good and some bad. I am from the perseverance that, despite this difficult time, I was able to use all my strength I could gather and push through this hard time, just like the Jews from the Holocaust. I am from my past that somehow keeps coming back to haunt me. I am from the experiences that made me to this person that's writing this today.
Kudos. Come on. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your spoken word piece. Thank you for sharing your voice. Thank you for sharing you. There are individuals in our communities that are going from there too. So how important is it to make sure that you're around individuals that love you? Why is that important?
You clarify that.
So, Tracy, maybe you can help me. How? Let's see.
How do you pick your friends?
How do you pick your friends? That can be a part. And then why is it important? Because I don't want kids to feel that way. So what should adults do to make sure we're doing what we're supposed to do for our children not to feel that way?
Actually, I have a poem exactly about what you're talking about.
And you want to recite it?
Yeah, I can read it. I have it written down.
I read it. Okay, well, go ahead and share it. But share what you, because we want to get this right.
I think that the people in life, I think what they could do or they could have done better, and what adults in other kids' life is, I feel like when a child is talking down on themselves, I think we should uplift them. I think that's one thing that I kind of didn't really get. Also just love them, I guess.
And thank you, sis. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Speak.
No, because you just said it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and what you said was enough, and it was needed. So thank you for sharing.
Yes, and folks all over the all over the world, thank you for sharing too.
Mm-hmm.
We really, really do, because like we said, our voices matter. Your experience matter. Your lived experience matter. I can't say that that's not right. That's not real. I can't, because that's your truth. And we definitely got to make sure that, again, we are empowering you guys to walk in your purpose and allow your dreams to come through. Go ahead, Chris.
All right.
Say your first name, your last name,
My
and
name
then
is, again,
the name of your poem.
Christopher Escalante. And this poem
Before you go there, what inspired you to write that?
See, so you were talking about how you don't want kids to feel that way. What do parents or guardians or staff members or whatever have to do?
Mm-hmm.
And I this is, we talking real.
Yeah.
I feel like this poem right here, it's not a pretty poem. It's not a pretty poem. It's
no cursing though, right?
No cursing.
Okay, no cursing.
It's not a pretty.
I told them about this.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Nah.
We have time to play for other things, but we
nah.
And you guys are doing a great job.
Yeah, nah. It's
keep it real.
It's a real poem. That's
real. This is what we need. It solid. We need it solid. Keep it real.
All right, this is how I go. I know I am a burden to be around. I'll beg for you to forgive me for hours on end. I'll beg on my knees until you give in. Not because you love me, but because you pity me. I know you really don't like me. I'm slowly becoming the person I've never wanted to be. I'm just getting worse day after day. I hope it gets to a point where you notice and then ask me if I'm all right. Maybe then you'll realize I'm hurting. And you'll nurse me back to health like a sick puppy on the side of the road. That's what I am for you. A sick puppy. Covered in fleas and dirt and banging at your knees for your attention. Just to be kicked away as if I'm nothing. Because I'm not. I snarl and snap at every sudden movement, scared, stained by my past. Get tired of me and throw me back on the side of the road. for someone else to pick me up, for the cycle to continue.
Wow. Whoa. Heavy.
Yeah.
Both of you guys are heavy. Y'all, that's your gift. That's your gift because you are saying what our youth are feeling. And adults need to hear it. And they need to know. We need to do better. We have to do better. You guys are looking up to us. Y'all ain't got you guys have the answers, you have the solutions, but we got some lived experience and we done been through some things. So we need to know how to talk to you.
Yeah.
How, and the only one can tell us that is you. You know, keep that real, keep that solid. You can tell me, Miss B, Auntie, I need you to do this. And I have to be open. Our word was being openness, open-minded, whatever. We got to be open to different perspectives, different feelings, and all of that. So I thank y'all for sharing that. Tracy, you want to say anything else to that?
I'm just.
I know. Oh, girl.
I'm just proud because it takes vulnerability. It takes courage. But I know because of them stepping up to the plate, it's just going to open up. There's going to be other young scholars who are be like, you know what? If they can do that, maybe I can too.
Yes.
So,
yes. Oh my God. And so we want to give you all information to make sure you tap into Homies Empowerment. Please go on our website, homiesempowerment.org. Am I right? Yeah, homiesempowerment.org. Or you can go on our Facebook page, pull up Homies Empowerment. Make sure you get in contact with us. You can support us in many, many ways. And on there's going to tell you how to support us. And as we're saying, and as we're bringing our youth in to talk about their lived experience and what adults can do for them, and how, most importantly, it's not about competition. It's about us being in our own lanes. How can we make a difference in this world and make sure everybody is getting to where they're supposed to be, and the things that and turn this thing around, because you guys are going to be the ones that turn it around. And that's why I love the opportunity. And it's crazy. I'm coming full circle because the work that I was doing always started with the youth. And then I slid over to some of the adults, and now I'm back to my youth. And I'm like, okay, I know my lane, been on the lane, but having the opportunity, and thank God for Homies Empowerment and HHREC. We have Downtown Tay for being able to me working with the youth. And I do want to highlight the other organizations that I know that's young folks that's doing East Oakland Youth. What is it? East Oakland Youth Development Center. I want to thank them. I want to thank Hidden Geniuses. I want to thank Kingmakers, and I want to thank Homies Empowerment, the Freedom School. And do you have any other organizations that's youth-based that we want to highlight? I can't think of any more right now, but we want to highlight all of them. We want to say kudos to you all that is working with the young minds.
Civic Design Studio.
Civic Design Studio.
And then also Open.
Curry J. And
in East Oakland, and Ikuna.
And
there's one.
I know it's more.
There's so many more.
There's so many more.
It'll come.
It'll come. Okay. So we just want to say to the organizers, to the ones that in there in the trenches, we love y'all. We appreciate you all. We young, gifted, and black. We just want to youth radio, all the ones that's dealing with the youth. Oh my God, I some are popping in my head, but y'all know who you are. Ella Baker, my sister, Marlene Sanchez. However, we just want to say thank y'all. We're gonna let Nathan share another one of his poems. Did you have anything else? That was okay. So before we go there, how did you feel saying that? How did you feel? What?
I'm gonna keep it real.
Keep it real.
I wrote that to my mom, Dukes.
Okay.
I wrote it to my mama.
But that's a lot of mamas out there,
yeah,
and I'm a mama too. So
yeah,
I feel. It's like, oh Lord, you know. So hey,
Yeah. Nah, it was coming out of a place of I feel like hurt, anger. I feel like those are the main ones, but I realized that I feel like I'd rather write it to her like that than to handle it any other way. I feel like that would have been the best way, and that's coming straight from the heart.
Right.
You already know town business people. We already get down with it. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what Rose said. Town business, town business for sure. And that's Rosenity. That's I want to my co-host. I want to say get well. I love you, appreciate you, and I know I'll see you next month. But go ahead. First name, last name again, because we want what I tell everybody. I told y'all, I said when you write your name, you a boss. Write your first name and your last name for folks to know who you are. Go ahead.
My name is Nathan Poblano. I'm a spoken out artist.
Yes.
And this other poem with you is called "It's a Free Country."
It's a free country. Okay.
All right. So it's a free country, right? It's a free country, but yet our voices are getting compressed and burned away just like garbage in the furnace. It's a free country, but our people are getting are getting put down and shoved into cages just like animals. But again, they still advertise it's still a free country. It's a free country, but the kids that can barely afford a pair of shoes, pants, or a shirt, shoes, pants, a shirt, don't have a right to a good future. Once again, it's still a free country. It's a free country, but we aren't allowed to express our emotions. It's a free country, but we aren't allowed to speak our home or native languages. It's a free country, but we are forced out of our culture to please society around us. But it's still a free country. It's a free country, they say over and over and over again. But is it really a free country if we're not even allowed to dress, speak, or express who we are?
Wow. Come on. Oh my God. Time flies when you're having fun. We got like 4 minutes to go, but you guys have been, this is not your first and your last that you're going to be on here. So y'all will be on here with Miss B. So that's a given. And we're going to make sure that you invite more of your friends at Freedom School and then other, places or whoever you want to invite in. And this is Hot Topics. We having a Hot Topics. We having real conversation. We ain't playing around. So my goodness. So we I love that Homies Empowerment School also have a way for us to release stress and anxiety and all that. So what do you do for self-care? Well, you're not selfish, but you are taking care of yourself. What are you doing as you take care of yourself every day? What are you doing?
Like to survive, like internally, like body. Hey,
survival and body. Come on, give it to me.
I mean, I feel like the first thought I had in my mind was survival. I feel like I was just talking to Tracy about this on our way here. I feel like moving militant, peeping the scenery, and just always staying alert, but I feel like also one thing that has been glorified in the hood, and that's not something good, is like you got to puff up your chest wherever you go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I feel like that's really important because, like my mom always told me, there's always gonna be somebody that's bigger, stronger than you. You know what I'm saying? And you don't happen to run into the wrong one. And it's not even about being scary. It's just about learning how to move.
Come on,
and I feel like it be the most people that are really not in that war zone of like drugs, homeless, prostitution, pimping, anything you can name it. It's like we're like in a lobby on a game, and it's like they just do everything at it. You know what I'm saying? And it's so easy for them to be like, just do this, do that, but you don't know how it is. I should be being in that community and growing it up and thinking that's what it is. So it's just learning how to move, peeping everything out, and man, try not to have enemies. Try to, like you said, be diverse. Say hi to anybody who come across you. Be like, somebody looking so hard, be like, damn, like, hey, bro, I like your shoes. What's your name, bro? I know you. Like, you don't always gotta be, you know what I'm saying, the bad guy or something like that. So that's how I feel like that.
Thank you for sharing that. What you think?
For me, I think one thing that I used to survive is definitely mindset. I feel like my mindset is like, if I want to do this, go for it. You know.
Whatever you want to do, go for it. Well, you went for it because you started your own business, and then you guys are hood scholars, and this is what we call it on this show. Rose is like, Miss B, we got hood scholars. Hood scholars is what we call it, you know, and that's what the Cafe Le Bleu Lounge is about, bringing in our hood scholars to be able to share their voices and talk about what's going on in town business, is the way you would say. So with that, closing remarks. So if you did empower adults and you have empowered youth. So what would you want to say for your last words on the show? You know, words of encouragement to the community. What would it be?
Yeah. First, I gotta give a shout out to all the moms. You know what I'm saying? All the mamas out there. Whether you got a partner or you alone, especially for the ones that are alone, but all equally though. Mamas, they need to give more respect on their name. Especially if it's a single mama.
Yeah.
More than one kid. I feel like that doesn't get talked about enough because I feel like even me growing up, I feel like I didn't how do you say it? Cherish or I didn't appreciate what my mama did for me growing up. And now that I'm getting older and I'm not even living with her no more, it's like I peep what you did. I peep what you did for me. Now I know why you raised me this way. Now I know why you told me how to do that. And it's just about, you know, if somebody like your parent is saying like be under their wing, you know what I'm saying, or like I got you, or do this, do that, I would advise you just listen because they only, at least most of these people have the best interest for you. So just shout out to all the moms out there.
Thank you.
Something that I think for last words is just have self-love. I'm struggling with that right now, but I'm trying my best. Church also, Tracy has been uplifting me, kind of teaching me how to love myself more. I feel like just self-love, study it, embrace it, apply it to your life, because self-love and that good mindset is going to get you where you want to be.
Thank you, sis. I know we full. It's been full.
Yeah. I think just sending lots of love and light to everybody. And also I also want to send a lot of love to people behind the scenes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people. I'm a part of a collaborative effort. And so it's just me here as one of the educators, but I'm one of many. And shout out to them because a lot of them are behind the scenes and are doing a lot of things off the clock to give students their love, but not only educators, but also community members as well, you know, who don't get that recognition. And so shout out to them because every effort counts.
Wow. Oh my God. Well, I just want to say that the ancestors was here and we always embrace and tell everybody, everybody's culture counts and we need to learn everybody's culture. And we have more in common than we do not. People think society, that's a whole nother conversation. But again, your own belief. We're here to believe that we can do these collaborations and these different things and the importance of us coming together. Y'all heard it here. We heard it from some young folks what needs to be done. So if you out there and you're doing it, kudos to you. If you're not, you heard it from the scholars today. So please be encouraged, be empowered, love on somebody, and know that everybody counts, every voice counts, every whoever you are, every family member count. Please continue to love on each other and stay safe out there. And most importantly, as you said, Tracy, walk in light. And as you said, you know, show some love. We have so much going on in the world today. We got to do this love thing. This is what we're going to see the show. Bob Marley said, one love, you know, and in honor of Black History Month and all the other months, but specifically for this month, Black History Month, we want to say, just walk in love, walk in your light. Kudos again out to you. Be the best that you could be. We love you and appreciate you, and good night. And I know we have to shut down a few of these.